Hi, let me tell you a little about myself. My name is Lisa. I live in Deerfield, New Hampshire, and we have lived here for approximately 25 years. I live here with my significant other, Wayne, and our two boys, who is Eric, who is 30, and Kurt, who is 21. My past work experience has been, I started out working as a medical technologist, working in the labs. I never really took to working in large hospitals, but enjoyed working in small hospitals or private labs. When I moved to New Hampshire, I worked for a small lab and got laid off when I was pregnant with my son, and that lab ultimately ended up being absorbed by a much larger lab. After I had my son, I got hired at another lab, and I worked there for a little over a year, and that same large lab picked up that smaller lab as well, and ultimately put many of us techs out on the streets looking for and competing for the same jobs. When I couldn't find another lab job, unemployment actually sent me for some training. I couldn't even get a job as a medical secretary because I didn't have the computer skills. So with this training, they gave me the skills for Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, and when I completed that training, I worked for a little while doing temporary jobs, which helped give me some experience using my new skills, and then ended up getting hired at a small manufacturing company right here in my own hometown, which was very nice because it's only a couple of miles from the house. It was convenient to school because my oldest son was still in school here. Working as a team, I work in a team on a weekly basis on my new job, at my current job. We had a new database put in about 2009, and we meet weekly to troubleshoot the issues that we're having with the system, if something new has come up or anything like that. We discuss with that company, the software company, with what things need to be fixed right now and what could be maybe put off for a little while. And then, the results end up being that they fix things. Usually there's something that's fixed on a weekly basis, and we have to prioritize sometimes what's needed right now versus what might have needed to be done 6 months ago that might not have gotten done. We work on a team, as a team, that way. Having too much to do is practically a daily concern, but more so this time of year. It's teacher certification renewal time, and so you have to prioritize every day. So every day when I go in, I look to see what I have to do. Do I have renewals to do? Do I have letters to do? I prioritize them every day, and then each day I go, okay, I did this yesterday, so today I'm going to work on this, and tomorrow I'll work on this, and I rotate them around so that none of them ever have more than a week lag or so from when it came to me. So that way we're trying to keep on top of all of the work and that they all get out the door in a timely fashion. Doing things above the call of duty. When I worked for the manufacturing company, I did that. We had a snowstorm one winter, and being that I only lived a couple miles away, I went in. I was the only one in the office part of the plant that showed up. I answered phone calls, I took orders, dealt with clients that were across the country in California and had no clue about what to do about having a snowstorm. Ultimately working with them to find other distributors of our equipment to hopefully that they're closer and be able to get the part that they need. when I working under pressure isn't so much in the job that I have now, but working as a lab tech, one of my last jobs was I worked on weekends and I worked on Sundays by myself. And I remember this one time, this woman brought in her newborn baby, was less than a week old, running a high fever. And the doc that was on, the pediatrician, called me and said, I need you to come draw this baby's blood. And he knew that I was good enough to get it. He also asked me to, if I could, to leave the needle in place so that they could use that needle as a temporary IV to stop pushing fluids in this little baby. Prioritizing the work that you've drawn is a major issue. You have to go down, you have to go, okay, I need to run this while this is spinning, then take that and run those tests, so that all the test results come together at pretty much the same time, so that you can run the results back upstairs to the doctor, and he can then treat that child and either admit it to the hospital or send it home on antibiotics. Showing an initiative. With our new database, we were collecting educators' email addresses, and all the work that we had done up to that point, we had always typed up, printed, mailed, folded, and it's time consuming. And my approach was, I wrote it up and I talked to my immediate supervisor about why, now that we have all these emails, why can we not email these letters to the candidate instead of mailing them? And she really liked the idea, and she went to our administrator, who also liked it, who took it to our director. She agreed with it so long as we were able to send it in a manner that the educator would not be able to manipulate it. So when I type them up, I save them as a Word document, and I do that in case they want to add something to it later. I don't have to retype the whole thing. Then I also save it as a PDF, and as a PDF I can upload it directly into our database, and that's how I send them to the educator, is I email it to the educator as an attachment, and that way they're getting it a lot quicker than they would have in the old way. They're not having to wait, okay, I typed it today, it went in the mail, but it doesn't get picked up till tomorrow morning, and then it's another 2 or 3 days till you get it in the mail. You're saving all that time by being able to send it by email, and I got a little pat on the back for that, which was really nice, that it was a really great idea to be able to send that kind of stuff by email. It saves so much time. Anything else to know about me? There's not, work-wise, I'm habitually always on time, if not early. I don't have a problem with staying late if it's needed. I'm rarely out of work for any reason. I don't like taking sick days. I don't take days off just because I have them on the books. That's just not the way. I guess I could say it's not the way I was trained early on in my lab days. I had a boss who, if you worked in one department, you went, and when you were done, you went and checked the other departments. Can they need help? Do they need help? You would work your way through that way, and then if everybody's all done and there's nothing left to do for that last half hour, it's okay then to just sit around and just chit-chat. But everybody had to be done, and I've carried that over the rest of my career in working in the lab, working in the office. If I'm done with my work and I don't have anything pressing that needs to be done, I will go and ask to see if somebody else could use a hand, whether it's opening mail, processing applications, whatever. I think in that respect I have a really great work ethic. Thank you for seeing me. Thanks.